Hi, I'm Julie, and you asked for some tips about safe deck work. And I'm a real advocate of teaching both safely on the deck as well as in the water. But let's cover some deck principles and tips to help you along. Firstly, it's your personal safety. So we don't want you jumping on deck. I don't have a mat here today, but when we do get on deck, I'll have a mat. It's really important to have a mat and have a chair, have your water bottle, and anything you're going to be using in the class. We don't want any extra vertical stress on our body, and guess what? You are showing the water moves on deck as if they're mimicking what they're doing in the water, which is really, really hard. Let's do a little bit of warm down because some of my warm down is a little bit harder to balance. So this is where we can turn a chair or sit on a chair and use the chair to support your balance and posture. So as we're warming down, we're just going to do a little bit of a ski with a twist. Extend the hip back, think about your posture and your breathing. You're looking good. I'm going to add a little arm sweep with that. Reach out, sweep across. Reach out, sweep across. In the water, you're going to pull down through the water. Make sure your arms are under the water. A great stretch to stretch out the front of my thigh, the hips, and kick your bottom is what we call an elephant trunk with a heel back. Stretch for the quads and hips. This is great. As we get into a little bit more balancing, we're going to do a little bit of a toryu, a little lunge, pull back. These are all fairly easy, standing away from the chair, balancing on your own accord. And we can do the other side. When we get into a little bit more 1 foot balance poses, it becomes more challenging. So we are going to try what's called a figure 4 stretch. And that one may be easier sitting on the chair, showing that position. So cross one leg over the other. You can lean forward. You can lift the bottom leg. Of course, if you have a noodle, you can easily hug the noodle, lift the bottom leg. Drop the leg down to stretch out the hip and the quad. Okay, and of course you would do that on the other side. Take the time you need, relax and breathe, stretch out. Now I'm going to make it a little bit harder where we'll do a little bit of movement to get warm and happy again. And I'm going to add more balance by taking my arms away. Instead of a skull, we'll go into the prayer position, sit, and we'll bloom the tree. So this is the tree pose, bloom the tree, and then we'll go back into the toryu. And this time we can add a little bit of a rock, a big circling reach. Notice how I'm stretching my fingers, pulling the energy in. Stretching my fingers, pulling the energy in. Try it on the other side. Okay, see, I'm not such good balance there, so I'll sit down so I don't fall. Again, it also gets really hot on deck. So often I don't want to exert so much energy that I'm so hot if I'm on deck. And we'll just take it back into, so I can just easily get off the chair and do the toryu. Again, it's really important for you, the instructor, to know where you're best teaching on deck, where they can see you, hear you, understand you, or in the water where you can connect with your patrons. Again, a lot of times I can get beside them and I can show them in a different way. Right now I was mirroring you. Sometimes if I turn profile or I'm closer to them, they can hear me better. Or I can show them and mimic the move, or even help them with some kind words and a few tips. Get your thumbs up, actually open your arms, look right, look left. I hope we're breathing. I hope you're having a good time. And sometimes they have some medical issues, so if you connect with them in the water, they're much happier to tell you what's going on in their body. So with your safe deck work, have a chair, have a mat, have your water bottle, and again, try and mimic what they're doing in the water at water speed. You don't have to go fast. You can always do something like speed it up to your own personal best. That's my way of speeding it up. I hope you had a great day, and again, keep yourself safe, keep your patrons safe with water exercise.